Hey, it's Bethany. I just recorded my tips and tricks video. I'm here at my couch. Everyone's sleeping. Took my clothes out. Just living the free life because it's bedtime. But so I wanted to just talk about coming out to people you know for support. I've found that the more people you talk to about this, the better you feel and the more comfortable you are with yourself. So I'll give you some few examples of what I've done so far. My sister-in-law is getting married in October, and I wanted to be able to get my hair done and have enough regrowth at that point to just have like my hair done down, because she doesn't care how her bridesmaids their hair is done. So I was like, sweet, I want to be able to have my hair done down for that, because that would be awesome, without having to tease it everywhere, manipulate it all over the place. I just wanted to be able to have enough regrowth by then to have a normal bridal hairstyle down to be a bridesmaid in her wedding. Her and I are very close. She's basically my best friend, but also take into consideration her mom, my mother-in-law, is a hairdresser. She literally has a salon in her house. She works from home out of her house. So my hair's going to be done by her, which is fine. Honestly, I have had every hair situation done by my mother-in-law since forever, since 2005. So my sister-in-law has this outlook that, everything's fine. She knows the hair process. She's grown up with getting hair done in her house for her whole life. And I think, honestly, my situation is brand new to her. Not new, like, I've known her forever, obviously. But she doesn't know what to do with it. So that was my first hurdle, and I felt comfortable, coming forward with it. And I actually came forward excited for her wedding. Like, I was like, hey, this is what I want. This is my goal for your wedding. Should be an exciting time. And of course she's excited for her own wedding, but at the same time, I feel like it made her slightly uncomfortable, because her mom's this hairdresser, and her mom, my mother-in-law, is not, I wouldn't say she's not accepting of my condition, but she's certainly not as understanding as I would hope, considering this is what she does for a profession. I feel a bit of judgment from her in that way. So that's you know what? We're going to get into that. That's a whole nother video though. So I came out to my sister-in-law, and being really close with her as I am, I didn't really get the positive, like, oh my God, feedback that I thought I would get from her, which is fine. It hurt a little, just a little, stung a tiny bit. But I could, tell in her, responses to me that it made her uncomfortable. She didn't want to talk about it, and I was like, okay, I get it. I don't want to make you uncomfortable. So we'll just, slowly end this conversation, and I'm just not going to bring it up again. It's fine. So that was my first awkward coming out. emotional coming out was to her, other than, people who already understand. So then I also made friends with a coworker who actually worked in a different department, but our departments kind of help each other and relate to each other. Um, and we had become friends, and come to find out, this girl is in beauty school. So I'm like, sweet, we're friends. Maybe I'll just like slide this in real quick. And her response was fantastic. She was like, oh yeah, we're learning about that right now. And I was like, great, zero judgment. And she just wanted the best for me. I actually told her before I got my closure, and every day she was messaging me like, hey, did you get it yet? Did you get it yet? I can't wait to see it. And so the day I finally got it, I came into work the next day and I walked over to her department and I was like, well, hello, in my closure that I don't have on right now. But I was just like, hey, girlfriend. And she's like, oh my God, I love it. And she like was running her fingers through it. She was playing with it and she was like, oh, I love it, Bethany. This is gorgeous. And I was like, okay, that's the reaction I want. So that gave me super confidence. Like, if you don't know anybody that has it, or, outside of family, find one of your friends that's in beauty school or is a hairdresser, because they already know about it, and their reaction is going to be very understanding. I feel like I just that reaction that she gave me right there gave me the confidence to branch out further. So obviously this is really emotional for me, especially with the whole mother-in-law thing, but we're going to get to that in a separate video because it's just a lot. There's a lot of emotions with that, but she gave me so much confidence to, venture out a little bit further. So also at work is a scary place to come out, you guys. Scary, scary place. At my job, we have a wellness coordinator who actually works in my department, the human resources department. So we sit relatively close, and I've been working with him for a few months, just with whole wellness, fitness, everything, because that's his job. So I'm utilizing that to the fullest, obviously, because it is free. I work there. And so we've gotten close over the past year. But he didn't know this about me. So I'm like, well, he basically knows everything else about my life and my goal, for what I'm striving for in the future. I might as well just lay it all out there. He knows everything else. He's helping my health in general. That kind of goes along with it. So I had messaged him. It was like 11 o'clock at night. I was like, listen, I know it's late. You're probably not going to get this till tomorrow. I know you're going to Google it, and your Google research probably is going to come up pretty scary and freaky. So I'm sorry, but you know what? This is what I have. Trichotillomania. Go research it. Whatever. Here I am. I'll lay it out for you. And if you happen to come across anything helpful that I haven't done so far, let me know. And literally the next morning, I broke out really bad. Like, I still have it. This was like last week. I broke out here, I broke out somewhere over here, and obviously the anxiety with that. He's a guy also, mind you. So I was so stressed out about it. And the next morning, I came into work, checked my email, and he was like, oh, hey, yeah, no problem. We'll talk about it. Like, good job for you for, finding stuff that helps you. And I was like, oh, there's that was a great reaction. He's like, oh, well, let me know if you need anything. I'm here for you. If you ever need to talk, let me know. And I'm like, oh, well, thanks. And that was like the scariest thing I had ever done. And I was like, when I messaged him at like 11 o'clock the night before, I was like so delirious. Would have never done it if I was fully awake, knowing what I was doing. But I was like, I just feel this urge to like reach out to somebody because I just need to let someone else know, you know? And sent that message. Woke up the next morning super stressed out about it with breakouts all over my face, and then it turns out it was fine. Totally fine. So now I'm like, well, maybe I can slowly, let myself out to other people. Maybe like my personal friends or other people at work. I don't know. It's honestly given me this sense of like relief. Like I don't have to hide anymore to like at least these certain people. Um, that's gonna take time, but I honestly feel like if you just tell somebody and explain yourself, there will be no judgment about it. Let somebody know. You just feel this sense of relief with it, and it's gonna change you. I start with one person. Just one person that you feel like you can trust. Take it slowly, explain it to them. They might not know what it is. Tell them. Tell them what it is. Explain what you're going through, how it makes you feel. Yeah, try it out.